Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am Old Man 102. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome to FS25, working in Giants Editor on the new Forex map. So we're going to get the field points in for field 4. Let me go down on my speed so it makes it a little bit easier to get the field points in, a little bit faster than that. Maybe go like up to 14 or 15. All right. So we need field 4. We're going to take field 1. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to name it field 4, and we're going to throw it here. Now, before I get started, where are we going to put the entrance? We might as well go right across from our farm. We'll get the entrance in here. So texture, I'll change you to square. Change you to dirt, and yeah, about that width, pretty much straight across from the farm. All right, so now let's get back to field points. I may have to turn the speed back down just a little bit. Alright, so point 0 should be right there. Now, what is really nice about this is we got a straight shot here. So you can actually be point 1. And then we got another straight shot here. Now, do I want to square up this corner to make it a little bit easier? I think I do. So let's go to foliage. Let's go square. Terrain detail cultivated. I think we're just going to square this corner up, just to make it a little bit easier to get our points put back in. We'll get our points put in the first time. Okay, so that's point 1. So point 2 can go here, and then we can go right to where our straight shot ends. So I guess I can't add just that little bit. Okay, so it's going to change right there anyway. All right, so point 3. And then we just go from here. Now, a little bit of a straight shot here. Let's go over here first, though. Follow this along. Oop, missed it. Crap. So you were 0.6. You were 7. There we go. Oh, why are you not? Why are you all wonky? What did I do? Okay, that's going to be better. I don't know what I did to that point. That's why the screen changed. now. Alright, so you're 14. Yeah, you could be 15. Alright, work our way around. Okay, pull that back a little bit right there. I can. Just make it a little bit easier. And then 40 can go over this way. Was 46. Okay. Now let's fill that in. So you're 0.47, 0.48. can go here. .48 was where? Here, and then you're a straight shot to here. And then straight shot to here. All right, let me take my speed down just a little bit more. It's a little bit easier. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Damn it. I'm just saving a quick sip of coffee. All right. Now again, the first save takes a bit. I think we're about halfway around this field. All right. So that's 62. No, it's almost a straight shot up to about here. We'll go over here. Now, oh, we got this whole thing to go around. Oh, this is going to be fun. Might have to add, we're probably have to add more points in. I don't know how many you can have before the game throws an error. That I don't know. This is my first field with really wonky looking fields. For 25, and you actually build fields a lot different in 25 than we did in 24. Probably go straight up to there. And we'll start coming back this way. Yeah. Go up to about here. Then we got a straight shot up to here. And then we can just follow our way up along this side, pretty much to there. Now, yeah. Then I can go up to here. Now let me do another quick save. Yeah. Oh man, we gotta make it up to that corner. Gotta make it up to that corner. I want to back. Where was 106? There we go. Now we got to start adding points in soon. Now. So that's 120. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're 120, 121, 22, 23, 24. 25. So 120 was here, 121. I'll throw there. Probably gonna need about 10 more at least. Alright, I'll do another quick save. We'll throw in about 5 more points. Alright, so you're going to be 126, 127, 128, 29, 130. So you should be 125. You are. So 126. Go about there. Seven, 28. Now you get a little funky here. And then you're pretty much a straight. Well, let me put 1 or 2 more in. Go to about there. So I only need about 1, 2. Nope. because that's 0.0 up there. So you're 130 here. 31, 32. I only need 2 more. So you should be 130. 132. So you should be 130. 131. 132, and then it's a straight shot back to 0 where we started. Alright, now just scroll up here. Oh, let's close that. So name indicator. I'll put it about there. And then we want teleport node about there. All right. Now, since this is field 4, it needs farmland 4. Let me do another quick save. Now we will need to turn farmland 4 on. I think we can use forester. So we will turn farmland 4 on. Info square farmland 4. And we'll go along the road. Go along this farmland. Now let me take my speed up a little bit. Now, since we don't have this farmland over here done yet, I'm going to take it across the road. And when we do this farmland, we'll paint back to the road. So on this side, I don't need to be neat any longer. So we could take it all the way out to the corner. That'll cover anything underneath the X junction. And then we could take, yeah, this one all the way up as well. Now, I think what we'll take, it will like split the water, and we'll fix the farmland once we get to the next section. Actually, what do we want to do with this little section? I may paint this little section here its own farmland, but we won't be able to do that till the end. So I think we're just going to go along here. So this will all be farmland 4. Let's go back over this way. Yeah, try and straighten this up. So hard to do when you're in the water. I hate the fact that Giants paints everything into a big square. And then you got to figure it out from there. All right, and then we'll fix that when we do the next farmland. So field 4, farmland 4 should now match. So let me come down here. We'll do another quick save. I'll turn farmlands off though. And then we'll do another quick save just in case I don't want to accidentally paint something in the wrong farmland. All right. So we're going to have, so I have a little bit of forest ground here. So I think the forest ground is where the deer will spawn in. So let's change up some of this as well. So let's go texture. We want to go, we were using forest ground. US leaves. Yeah, let's go to round. Yeah, so just get some, I believe the deer will only spawn in if you have forest ground painted in. So let's get a little bit along here. We'll definitely get some over here. Just paint some along this side. Oh, this texture. There we go. I think that's how they're programmed. Might as well put a strip up along here. All right, now let's go to foliage. Let's go to meadow. Harvest ready. So I just want to paint over the, let's go to round. I want to paint over the forest ground before I change it to limit texture to grass. Because then I won't have to be neat about it except for the field edges. So yeah, so this recording, however long it's going to take, is going to be just all fields. I'm going to get this whole section done. Let's cover this up. We will cover this up. All right, now it's going to be a little bit easier. So go back to this corner. And now we will go limit texture to grass. And then I don't want to have to be really neat about it. Then I can just paint and not have to worry about it. So I underpaint the road until we get to the field edge. So let's go to square. We're going to have to put a bridge here and then fix the grass. Alright, can I go square a little bit further? We'll have to change back over to round. Yeah. Get the little island done. Since we're almost done, I'm just going to leave it on round. All right. So another save, which I like to save often. We shall grab. Are you a complete transform group? No, you're a random tree. All right. Are you a complete transform group? You are. So let's grab that one. Let's spin it that way to 0. Now we have telephone poles on this side. So I don't want to go too far into the wires, but I'm thinking about here. Well, we can go as close as that one, I think. Let me click off of that a second, see how it looks. You are... No, I want to pull it back a little bit. Back a little bit. Where are we? Close to the... Yeah, that's good. All right. So, oh, crap. I don't know what I hit. I think I hit save. No, I hit duplicate. Let's delete that out in a minute. Let's go back to this one. I have no idea what button I hit. I hit 2 buttons, actually. I hit Control D and Control S at the same time. I had no idea what the map was going to do. So we got to edit that one because we've got a tree in the middle of the road. But I want to duplicate it first and push it out. And then we can go to this group. We're going to call it edited, because we're going to remove this one tree out of there. Open up that roadway. Now this guy, can bring back. Now, we're close to the corner. We have 2 options. We can make this one longer, which I may do. So let's duplicate this one. Let's push it out. We'll swing it this way to -90. And then we will get it about where we want it off of the road. We'll pull this one back. And then we'll take this one and we're going to call it long because I'm going to add to it. So we're going to take this guy, duplicate it, throw one about there, throw one towards the end, and we'll grab an oak, pull that down, and then we'll grab this one, pull another one out, and we'll grab an American elm, copy that and pull it out, and now we need something in there as well, and just to change it up a little bit, we will just throw another elm in. Alright, now we can come back, but I want to bring a bridge over here and fix this gap. So where's that last bridge we put in? Over here. Did we put one in over here? We did not even put one in over here. Alright, all the way down here. I was going to grab this bridge. We will duplicate it, which is just Control D, and we'll slide her back. And we can adjust the length of the bridge. Now I want to check to make sure the collision should be fine. Actually, the length is fine. I just want to take off. I'm going to have to change it to water plants. No? Oh, hang on. Yeah, why will you not erase? You're a water plant. I think you're a water plant. Now, why can't I erase that water plant? Foliage, water plants. Oh, limit texture grass. Got to take that off. There we go. And let's put a little bit of, I can just throw some water plant, fill in that gap a little bit. There we go. So now we need the same bridge. I'm going to duplicate it. And we'll just push it over this way. That's the right height, so I don't want to mess with it. So we're just going to drag it. Until we get it into place. And then it's a little bit long for this side. I don't want to make the water any bigger. So, yeah, so let's go 0.3. That'll work. And then that'll get us the water, the bridge on this side. Now, before we put the trees in place, let's go back here. We'll get our water plants along here. A lot of water around this field. Alright. Now, we were working on trees before I got distracted by bridges. So let me do another save. So now let's grab this transform group, duplicate it, slider back, and that puts us one tree over. So let's call it edited, so I don't accidentally copy it as a full transform group and move it somewhere. In this last tree, we can delete out. Now, let's go back to meadow. Let's go back to, you're on forest leaves yet. Beautiful. Why do you look different? Oh well. It's forest is forest. So you're not going to really see it anyway too much. Nope, don't want you. Alright, so what I want is, let's close bridges. I want destroyable rocks. We're going to take that one. We are going to duplicate it. We're going to call it 02, but in the attributes we have to call it group ID 2. Now we can go back to harvest ready, and then let's just bring these in a little bit. Beautiful. So now we can go back to random. Did I not have, I guess I didn't. Didn't we have a nice big oak tree somewhere? I guess I don't. So let's do this. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm just going to drag it out in case I lose it. We're going to go edit, cut, and paste. A nice big old oak tree right there on that island. Duplicate it again. Throw one kind of here towards the end of that field. Duplicate that again. I'm going to throw one about here. So got a little group of, little cluster of oak trees. And then let's do the same thing over here. So I'm going to duplicate that again. But this time, I want a little bit bigger cluster here. I'm going to go Control B, so it's free floating. And I want to throw in a few like oak trees here. Now we're going to come back over here. Let's grab this guy. What is that in? It's in random. Okay, beautiful. So we will duplicate him. And let's pull him over. So now that he's free floating, well, we're going to make him free floating. We're going to go Control B. And then we can start bringing him around. Every time I move the camera, I have to reacquire it. Make him random. I wanted these as close to the water as I can get them, so they're not really interfering with the field too much. I'm going to, let's duplicate them again. Let's just drag them over here. And then we can go Control B, make them free float. We can do the same thing again. Let's duplicate him, slide him over this way. Throw him there. And I'm going to just duplicate him again and then grab him by Control B. And I think we can call this field Field 4 in. So let me come up top. Hi, let's close you, let's close you, and let's do another save. An hour to put this field in. So if we do 100 fields, that's like 100 hours. So if you want to build a map, there you go. You're going to have a couple hundred hours into the build. All right, I'm curious. So let's jump in game. Oh, hold on. I want to check something first. Let me, as soon as this starts to open, I'm going to close it. I want to check the field missions because I'm curious to see why grass came in at field 3. Come on. Start opening the game so I can close you. There you go. All right, so I'm going to look at something in here. I'm going to go into fields. I'm going to go into field 3. I want to look at the user attributes. Yeah, see, mission only grass. I do not want that mission only grass. Same thing with field 4. I do not want that mission only grass. So with feeling that was turned on. We will put some grass fields in, but I don't want them right near the home farm. So let's save that again. Now we can jump a game. These 2 fields should not be grass. And I want to do that for fields 1 and 2, even though we own them. But if you start from scratch, they're going to be mission only grass, and I really don't want the mission only grass. So I'm going to go in and change fields 1 and 2 as well. But it won't matter now because we own them. And I'm going to turn the log on just because I'm going to do that every time. So I want to make sure nothing's red. Means I've messed something up. Beautiful. Turn that off. Jump in here. Let's grab the map. Awesome. That's going to be a pretty cool field. Let's go do a flyover. Oh, look at that. No, yeah, I like that. What is it? Flax. What are you? Red beets. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, we could go crazy and just put a real tiny field in here, but I'm going to leave that open, I think. Not sure what I'm going to want to do with it yet, but I'm going to leave it open for now. Maybe we'll put some buildable houses right here. Just so you can have something to do if you want to do that route, if you want to go that route. Now, I don't know what time of the day they spawn in. Why am I? There we go. But where this forest ground is, we should see deer spawning in. And I'm not sure what time of the day we actually see deer. So let's just forward time until we get to about 1 in the afternoon or so. I'm just curious to see if they're actually going to spawn into the game. May have to go in and mess with the XML. But where the forest ground is, there's usually deer. And I don't know if they've changed that. I don't know if I need to paint something different in to see the deer. I know we painted some forest ground in over here as well. So yeah, I'm curious to see what they changed in order for us to get deer in the map. Because my other three maps don't have it, but I don't have any forest ground painted in on those maps either. So I'll have to go into Discord and ask, or to one of my, I'll go into a custom modding group and ask, so what do I have to paint in the map to get deer to spawn in? And in the last version of the game, FS25, it was wherever you painted forest ground, the deer would spawn in. But I don't know if it has to be a specific forest ground or any forest ground. Let's get out of here and let's look at something real quick. There should be an XML for it. So let's look at the mod description. Is it map vehicles, hands, placeables, items? So the map XML, sounds, environment. I don't think it's the environment. Weed, fields, ground, grass, animals, animal names, animal food, wildlife. So it's going to be the wildlife XML. So let's jump in game. Let's before we get into a new field, let's go program files, Steam apps, common data. What's the path? Animals, wildlife. Animals, wildlife, wildlife XML. Birds fly by, woodlands, crows, stork, deer. Woodlands, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm not sure what woodlands means. So if we come back here, we go data, we go woodlands. Does it bring anything up? Nothing. So yeah, I have no idea. So I have no idea what spawns deer into the map. Alright, so field 5, we're gonna have to, I want to flatten this out. So let's go height, change that to 25, and let us, let's get rid of this odd little mound. Alright, now field 5, and now somewhere along here I want to get somewhere between this road and the edge of the map, I want to get a dirt road through here. And I'm thinking about maybe we'll put like a dirt road along here, and we'll put a bridge here, and then we'll bring a dirt road maybe along here and then out to this road. I don't want to cut this field in half, but so we'll bring it around. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's fix the water like all through here, so we can get the next 4 fields in, which is going to be like another 4 hours. So this, yeah, so let's straighten some of this up a little bit. And then we'll kind of straighten this up a little bit. Now I'm actually going to widen this one out a little bit. So let's drop it down to 20. Then we'll come in here. And since we have 20 going, just try and get a little bit even. So that looks decent through there. That looks decent through here. No, let's come back to our 20 height. I think some of this river is going to have those really big ruts in it. So let's go back to 25 for a minute. Oop. Wrong side of the mouse I clicked. Yeah, so we'll kind of sort of straighten that edge out. Now I'm more concerned with this square in the middle because that's what we're going to be working on next. So let's come over here. Where are we at? 25. Let's go back to 20 for a minute. Straighten that up a little bit. Straighten this up a little bit. And then, so this one is, I think pretty much the way I want it. So let's start over here. Let's just start over here where the bridge is. Alright, so let's grab... what I need to do is I need to smooth all the edges out. And we might as well do this little area here at the same time. Oh, I thought I turned it on. There we go. So let's go. And I think I'm just going to spend the next little bit fixing all the water for the rest of this square so we won't have to mess with it. We can call it done. So let me come back down. Just give me a starting spot somewhere in here. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, so we're just going to take the next little bit. We'll fix all this water in this whole square. This way, when we start putting the next couple fields in, it'll already be done. Now, today is, of course, by the title, today is Sunday the 21st. Now, I'm only working Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I do plan on spending a lot of that time working on this map. But I've got to jump off today at some point and get some more stuff done before I go back to work tomorrow. I got to make out a grocery list. I got to balance checkbook, pay 1 or 2 bills, write out my grocery list. Monday, Tuesday, I probably won't get any videos done because I'm going to have a bunch of errands to do. Work a 10-hour shift and then do a bunch of errands. So this way, when I get home from work on Tuesday would be the 23rd. Other than going to see my grandkids, I don't plan on leaving the house. So I want to get everything done Monday, Tuesday. So when I get home from work on Tuesday, the 23rd, because I'm working, 22nd, 23rd, I won't have to leave the house again until it's time to go back to work on the following Monday, which would be like the 29th. So I'll work the 29th and 30th, and then I have another 5 days off. All right, so we're smooth. Kind of smooth along here. All right, yeah, so till about there. And then here we did that whole island. So let's finish this right hand side. So let's see, where's the water where I want it to go? Pretty much till we get up here. So let's go back to 20. Widen this up a little bit through here. Push this side back a little bit. And then we'll come back to that one. So this one, do I don't need it along here any longer. Do I want to leave it? Bring it across the road. We could probably, alongside of the road, maybe run it off the edge of the map. I don't want to do that, though. I could bring it around and hook it up with this one. And then we can do one field here, have it separated by water, and do another. I like that idea. So let's grab. Let's come out this way. So let's grab you. Let's fix the wall. It's going to be the fix the water hour. Bring you along. It's got to be done at some point. Actually, let's go a little bit wider and let's take it back this way because we don't really need it to make the field size any smaller, but back here it's not going to really matter. You're not really going to be able to get back there. Now, let's take it a little bit smaller and let's come over this way. And we'll kind of snake it down and snake it over, something like that. Now we'll worry about fixing it when we get to that side. But now we could put one field here and another field, maybe even two fields back that way. Alright, so how are we looking? So let's come over here. So now let's take it to 25. And let's go ahead and just straighten this up a little bit. So that looks good, that looks good. Let's go over this way. You need a little bit of work, but yeah, you definitely need a little bit of work. So let's leave it at 25. And we'll just straighten these edges up a little bit. We're going to come back and smooth them out anyway. But they'll be a little bit easier to work with. And then this one, I'm going to leave a space in here because we'll have some trees in here, but if you want to, you'll be able to connect this field and this field. I'm going to do two separate fields here, but you'll be able to connect them together if you want to. Alright, so this little island over here should be smooth. It is. So let's start over here by the bridge. And then let me do another quick save. This is going to be a little bit longer save because we made terrain height adjustments, so it's going to take a little bit longer to save. Yeah, so I'll have 5 days off. I have no plans on going anywhere. So I plan on spending a lot of time working on this map. And I don't know how much of it I'm going to record. I may do a lot of the fields off camera. Let me know in comments if you want to see it or if you don't want to see it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to working 2 days, off 5 days, working 2 days, off 5 days. Really looking forward to the 10 days off. Oh, we're going to make more terrain adjustments, so it's going to take, next save is going to be a little bit longer as well. So I want to smooth all these edges out. There we go. So now we come back here, and if I can turn it on, there we go. We can go back to smoothing this out. Now I got to turn it off every time to move my camera, which is a pain. And then we're gonna have to, and then we're just gonna go through and underpaint it, and so we can call it like completely done. Should have taken this round circle a little bit smaller. We will once we move it. Let's get rid of this if I can. Yes, we can. Go back to height adjustment. Yeah, a little bit. I like when I'm smoothing a little bit smaller circle. Now, they're singing in church, which is like a half a block down the road. I'm hoping it does not pick it up on my microphone and I end up with a copyright strike on the video, because that would suck. But they're rocking it down in the church today, man. A little bit larger. And then let's we can have both of these at the same time. Now, we should be, part of this should be done. It is to about here. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you get too far away, I don't know why, it doesn't smooth as easily. What height are we on? 25. Let's go back to 20 for a minute. So I'm going to knock this. Now we're going to, once we make the water invisible, there's probably a lot of terrain we're going to have to fix under here. So I do want to underpaint it and be done with it as well. Smaller. Now I do have to mess with the map borders as well because I don't have them fixed yet either. Alright. Now before I do a quick save, let's grab this bridge. And we will duplicate it. We'll slide her back. And we definitely got to go shorter. Now, are you going to be able to get into this field? No, because you're not going to be able to come around this bridge and get any implements in. What do I want to do? So I'm not going to be able to come around this bridge and to get into this field. So let's do this. Crap. Alright, let's go back to height 25. We're going to have to curve that out a lot sooner. Just take that back a little bit further. So what we're going to have to do is come over this way. And let's go back to height 20. And smaller. I want to bring it in about here. And then come up this way with it. Oh, let's just grab our smooth tool. And we'll smooth this back out. We'll worry about that side of the bridge when we get there. So now, that's going to be easier to get in and out of that field with. Now we're going to have to make you a little bit longer, so let's go 0.35. There we go. Beautiful. So let's get our bridge on that side. It gets our water on this side. Let's do another save. Yeah, a lot of this water's just roughed in. So we'll fix it each time we like do a little section. We'll fix the water to what makes a little bit better sense. At least I don't have to cook dinner tonight. I made a dinner last night that will last me through Tuesday night, and then I'll want to cook something new for Wednesday. I think I'm going to do ham, and I'll be home alone for Christmas, so I'm going to just do some ham and pierogies. I'm not making a big fuss. I'm just going to buy a store-bought pie. Alright, so let's go up to our water, and we'll make it invisible. Yeah, here we go. Texture. Dirt. Oh, see, this is time consuming because I don't want to get too much up on the grass, because then you got to fix it when you put your grass in. But it is so damn time consuming. Yeah, so we're gonna have a big mess over here to fix. I do want to get that as smooth as I can. Like I said, it's going to help us out when we go to make the map PDA. We're not going to have this crazy ass big trench to fix when we do the PDA. So back to height, back to 20, and we just smooth this back out. So this happened when I roughed in the water. Yeah, might as well fix it in here. Let's go. Well, let's clean up what we can of this. And then we're going to have to change it to Deco Bush. Get the rest of them out of there. Yeah, let's fix the messy terrain. A little bit smaller. Smaller. Oh yeah, this mess. Again, you don't have to fix this, but when I go to make the map PDA, it's going to show big ruts in it. I'll just have to fix it when I do the colors on the PDA, and it's a pain in the butt. Well, I didn't think we'd spend this much time fixing friggin' water. Then we'd have had this another field in by now. Oh, we have more Deco Bush and meadow to get rid of. It's under the water, I really don't have to, but it just makes it the map cleaner. We're still going to come back and underpaint all of this. All right, almost done with this mess. Alright. Now we can get back to painting. But let me get another save done. I like to save often because I've had the editor crash in the past and you lose like an hour's worth of work. That sucks. Come on, I need some Jeopardy music playing in the background when we got these long saves. Final Jeopardy theme song going on, man. And then sometimes you wonder, is it going to save or is it going to crash? There we go. So I've had that happen already. It's like get a little spinning of death for like 5 minutes and all of a sudden the editor goes black and disappears. I don't mind a little bit of dirt sticking up top because we're going to have some water. We're going to have surrounded by water plants anyway. Whenever I start painting like this, I have the urge to say, now remember, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy little accidents. Oh, good Lord, sort of painted myself into a corner, didn't I? It really is easier to do one side than the other. What did I miss? I missed some terrain adjustments over here. I did. We didn't come down this far. Crap. We'll work our way back up there in a minute. All right, not too much more to fix. Smooth that back out. All right. We'll smooth this back out as well. All right. Ooh, a little bit smaller, back to paint. Let me actually smooth this out a little bit better. Let's come over this way. Oh. Alright, so that should be everything underpainted it is. Let's make our water visible again. And then we'll do another save. So we get the rest of the water fixed for this section of the map. Let's check my phone while I'm waiting for this save. Make sure no one's trying to get a hold of me. It is quiet. Alright, about 2 hours in. My coffee cup's almost empty. That's not good. Y'all can sing the Final Jeopardy song to yourself while you're waiting for the save to complete. There we go. So field 4, so this little island is going to be field 5. Now I also want to get, so we're going to come across here, I think, where the dirt road, we're going to come across here. I think we're going to put a bridge here, and we'll have to come around this area with the dirt road and then out there. Or do I just want to make you drive all the way around? Now I can pull this water in further and we can do a dirt road across the back of the map, but I think I want to do something about halfway across. Now if I bring you across here to cross here, then it's going to put you in the middle here. So we either got to do a dirt road going this way or a dirt road going this way. So maybe we'll come across the dirt road through here, come across a bridge, and maybe we'll come down and around this way. So I still want to be able to give you the opportunity to connect these two fields together if you want. Then we need to be able to figure out, then we need a way to get onto this island. Because it's going to be field 5. So let's rough in a dirt road. And we'll come back and clean it up. So let's go texture dirt round. I want it large enough where you can get an implement through, like a big wide plant cedar. So let's come along here. Let's come along here, and then we'll come out, and then we'll clean that edge up. And then we will come along here. And yeah, and then we'll come along here. And then we will put a bridge in somewhere in here. And then let's go, well, let's come back and clean this up. Come along here. Oh, I don't have to clean it up. That worked out well. And we'll bring you along this side. Ooh, now this is going to be a little bit tough because we have that bridge to deal with. No, I want to take you up the other way. I'm going to take you up the other way. Y'all can figure it out if you want to join those two fields together. Let's get our grass back in. Alright, So let's go back to dirt. Bring our circle back down. And let's get you up around the other way. So we will come across here, something like this. And I'll bring you around this way. Should have went with my first gut instinct. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Now this somehow this got really fat. Hold on. Yeah, our circle got way too big for some reason. Yeah. There we go. So let's try this again. Now we may have to mess around with that entrance a little bit. Still end up being too big, I think. Should only be like half the width of a road. I guess it's not that. It is a little bit large, but it's not that bad. Now this side. We'll fix you a little bit. Now, we're also going to need a bridge onto this island. I think I want to bring you in over here. So let's grab you. Can I get you from here? I can. Let's duplicate you. We will drag you back. Now I want to experiment with this for in a minute here. You don't need to be as wide because, well, you kind of sort of do, because I want you to be able to bring large implements over. But it may make you just a little bit narrower. So let's go like 1.25. So you won't be as wide. Now can I? No, so you're only one. Oh, I can get rid of the pillars. No, that's the pillars and that's the center. Okay, so I was hoping to take the railing off, but I can't. So you are just one big bridge. Now, let's come back here. So let's go 0.2. Let's go 0.2, 0.25, a little bit longer. Well, let's go 0.22. Nope. Let's try that again. That'll work. And then we need to get across the water over here. So let me duplicate that one. We'll come over this way. All right, so let's go 0.4. Let's go 0.5. Let's go 0.47, 0.45, 0.44. Yeah, so come across here, come across here. Now you can get it across. Yeah, that's going to make it a lot easier than having to drive. So if you're over here doing something, you won't have to drive all the way down and around to get over here. You can sort of cut through there. So let me do another save. That one was relatively quick. All right, now foliage, terrain detail, cultivated. Oh, this one's going to be a nightmare to put all the points in. I don't want it out that far. There we go. I want your combine in the water. You know how giants AI workers are. All right, field 5 roughed in. Now, do I want to take it back a little bit? Yeah, I do. I want to take it back a little bit over here. You're a little close to the water over here. So let's, why are you not on subtract? You should be on subtract. Right mouse button. There we go. There we go. And then this side, I want room for trees. That should be fine. Well, this is definitely gonna be a royal pain in my butt. This is definitely going to be a royal pain in the butt. Let's bring this in a little bit here. man, alright, let the fun begin. Let's do a save. And then let's fix our texture. Dirt. I think it's still on dirt. It should still be on dirt. It is. Getting you into this field. All right. So let's close that. Let's take field 1. Well, I got to fix field 1 and field 2 first. Mission only grass off. Mission only grass off. We'll do some mission only grasses, but not close to the home farm. I'm going to do them a little bit further away. I'm going to do, so you're now going to be field 5. And let's put your first point right here by the dirt so I know where I started. You should be 0.0. Let me take my speed down to about 12. Just a little bit easier to zoom in and out. All right, where was 6 at? Yep, that'll work. Now let's make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Let's go back to foliage. We could do a little bit of a straight shot here. Ooh, let's go back to cultivated. Yeah, we could do a little bit of a straight shot. Across here, it'll be a little bit easier to put the points in. So I can actually back this one up. So 0.10 is there. Let's pull that out a little bit further. 0.9, 0.10, 0.11 can now come up here. There we go, a little bit of a straight shot. got somewhat of a straight shot to there. I said square fields, 4 points, you're done, move on to the next field. Now, can we straighten it up a little bit? I can. Let me do another quick save. Right, what was 64? Nope. Put 65 here. Put 66 here, and then I'm good to come up here. And then 68. I'm going to put one here. And then we should be good till we get down here. Now, where was 92? Yep, we're good. Where are we? Oh, we got a long ways to go. You were 99, right? Yeah. Well, this is almost a straight shot. From here to like right here. Let's do a save. Oh. And take us another half an hour at least to get the points in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go up to 30. Oh, 30. So this should be 120. Yep. now. Like I said, I'm not sure how many points we're allowed to have in one map. Let's do another save. We'll see when we go in game if it throws an error. It'll tell us that there's too many points. So, Control D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to be 131, 132, 133, 134, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, so you're 130. Let's put one about in the middle. Then we can come down to here. It's going to mess that point up. So 139. You're going to go there. So just get it back over to the bridge. So let's do another save. Let's go control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go up to 150. So 141, 142. Up, hold on, what happened? 141. Why do I not have, oh there we go. 4, why can't I get the 2 in there? 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right, so 140. Oh, why are you messed up? Oh, don't tell me the rest of these are messed up. They are. Damn it. I've got too many 44s. Alright, so 44. Alright, delete, 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 delete. Let's go start this over again. 42, 43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yes, something went wrong because when I was trying to number them, something wasn't right. 42, 43 should be 44. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Alright, so 41, 42, 43. Alright, 44. Your straight shot up to here. Then your straight shot up to here. And then here's where it gets a little wonky, so I'm probably going to need about 5 more. Yeah, so let's do another save. So Control D, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55, so it should be 150. May need a couple more. 54, 55. 0 should be right there, so 56, 57. Give me like 3 more. So 55, 56, 57, 58. So it should be 55. So 56, 57, 58. These point zeros right there. So now we go, name indicator is there. Teleport node is right there. So field 5, let's do a save. Now, field 5 needs to be farmland 5. Alright. Kind of looks like a head. So here's his forehead, here's the head. There's his nose, a little bit of a mouth right there. He's got a bump on the back of his head. I think he got whacked. Anyway, I digress. All right, farmlands. We need to turn on number 5. We'll go back to Grandpa. So let's save that. Again, we're going to leave this little thing go because it's going to be its own little farmland. So let's go info, farmlands number 5. Let's go to round. Come across here. We'll paint some of that back once we. So I want to be about halfway through the water. And then from here, I think we can come straight out. And then we'll fix it again once we do the other side. So this one I don't have to be really neat with because I can fix it once we do the farmlands on the other side. So once we paint this little square in, it'll have its own farmland, and then this side will have its own farmland as well. So we can actually take this one. Let me include this little island for now. We can actually take pretty big and then fill it back in when we do the surrounding farmlands. On the right side. The left side, we're going to have to follow that farmland. Let me take my speed up. Alright, now, yeah, we need to follow this one along here. Yeah, we'll take you along here. And we'll fix it when we do this side. Just want to come up along the water. Yeah, that should be good. And now let's come back over here. Yeah, so we'll fix that up when we get to that side. I actually have an idea for that square now. So let's take this down a little bit further, and again, we'll fix it when we do that square, but I have an idea for that square now. Alright, so our farmland should be good. Field 5, farmland 5. So let's turn off farmland so I don't accidentally paint anything. And we will do yet another. To get this field completely in, I'm going to get out here and grab some lunch. Alright, now. I do want to get trees along here, though. We can go with some skinny trees along here. Yep, so let's go foliage, meadow, harvest ready, limit texture to grass. We'll have to get the grass off the bridge. But let's take this side out to this road. Get part of the island done. Let's get a little. Do I have? Is my texture on dirt? It is. Well, that I done messed up because I forgot to change it back to texture. There we go. And let's just fix this side up as well. So let's get a little bit of dirt painted under this bridge. There we go. Alright, so I got my metal on the outside almost. There we go. So the island, we're going to have to follow the map around. No, before I put the rest of the foliage down. Let's go back to texture. Forest, US, leaves. Let's go to round. Again, just I'm hoping I'm going to jump on one of the modding groups and asks what causes the deer to spawn in the map. Oh, wrong one. It used to, like I said, in FS25, it used to be forest ground. I'm hoping they didn't change it. We'll find out once we're in and playing on the map if we get any deer to spawn in. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get covered in meadow anyway. And then let's just throw some along here. Alright, back over this way. Now, I'm going to have to take it off of, back to foliage, I'm going to have to take it off limit texture to grass. I'm just going to have to be careful where I paint it on both sides, so we don't go into the water. So it's going to take a little bit longer to paint the meadow in. Go down just a little bit smaller. Finish. Let's go back to limit texture to grass for a minute. So I don't want to have to be really neat over here. Let's get the rest of the island done. And I'm just going to leave it on grass till we get to that area. But if I leave it on limit texture to grass, it won't paint on top of there. So we got to turn that back off. Come on. All right, we're getting there. Now I can go back to limit texture to grass. And I want it to be so neat along the water. Now that we're done with the forest ground, now do we end up with any grass on the bridge? We did not. Alright, let's do a save. Now, let's grab trees, main farm, random, yes. This is where the transform groups start to get very large. Where's my... Was that a hickory? I thought it was an oak. Let me just duplicate that. Oh, that's right. I thought it was an oak. It's a hickory. It's all right. It gives me a couple starting points. Let's finish up this little island first. Now, I actually want a different tree for here that's a little bit see-through friendly, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to grab, let's come down this way. I'm actually going to grab this one. Let's actually go down here where our trees are. I might grab something a little bit different. Do I want the taller one? I think I want this one. I'm gonna duplicate that. And then we're going to go... Yep. Alright, let me scroll up a little bit further. I need to get it in a correct transform group. I'm going to go edit, cut, and paste this. We're going to put it in this transform group. Let's go edit, interactive placement. Yeah, I'm going to like that one a little bit better, because when we're on this field, we're going to be able to see through it in game a little bit easier. Grab it, Gonna make it free floating. Now, you control, nope, come on, give it to me. Control B, there we go. And then we go back to this one. Come on. I go duplicate, let's just slide it over. There we go. Now I can make it free floating. Oh, and then we do the same thing. Let's grab this one. Control B, it's now free floating. Like that. We'll grab this one back. Do the same thing. So Control B, it's now free floating. Let's grab this one again. Control B. Do I want? Let's just put two of you there. So we grab. Oh crap! I forgot to put my water lilies around. They're going to be a little bit harder to put in. No, they won't. I got an idea. Let's put you, just stick one there for now. You're actually floating. That's right, let's go Control B. Now you're back down to Earth. And Control B, let's start on this side. We should be good there. We are. Now, since I forgot to paint the water lilies in, let's come up. Let's do a quick save first. Now let's turn the trees invisible for a minute. There we go. So let's come back down here. Let's grab foliage, water plants. And I like these really tall cattails. Alright, let's come over here. Since we got the island, let's come over here as well. So we can put them along here. We can put them along here. They're in the water, that's fine because they're water lilies. But I like to actually paint them in from this side. Stop. I just messed that up. If I back it up once, it should make that, yeah, there we go. I don't have to be really neat with them because they grow naturally sparse in some spots, have any other. So if it's got a bare spotter here or there, it doesn't really bother me. And then sometimes you just go a little bit heavy. Now if I get a big bald spot like that, I'll fill it in. Alrighty, so let's turn our trees back visible. And let's do a save. Alright, let's see what this field looks like in game, and then I'm going to get out of here. Grab some food. I got some real life stuff going on. I don't know if I'll get another video recorded today, but I have, like I said, I'm working 2 days and then 5 days off. I plan on recording a lot of videos those 10 days I'm off over the next 2 weeks of building this map. So we're going to go here. Again, the map has no picture yet. That's done at the very, very end. Well, I put it in at the very, very end. You could put it in at the beginning if you want, but I like to get a feel for the map before I make the picture. Just hope we don't have too many points. Okay, perfect. So no error on that field. So let's grab a little bit of flight. I hear you, dog. Let's get out from the house first and grab a little bit of flight. Okay, so field 5. It looks like it has nothing in it. It doesn't. So it's owned by Walter. Walter owns it. But so let's take a peek at it here. So that's actually, we're actually going, I thought we were going north, but we're actually going west. Okay. So I thought the map was orientated in a different direction, but it's all good. So farmlands. There we go. So we have 3, we have 5 is in, and we have 4 is in. I may bring the price down a little bit because that's kind of high. So we'll adjust the price of the farmlands down a little bit. But there we go. So we got, and then I know what I'm going to do here, but that's going to be towards the end of the build. Yeah, I like how that's looking so far. Really like how that's looking so far. Let's come up this way. I want to get a little bit of a screenshot going on. Very, very nice. Let's see what this dirt road looks like. Alright, so if we're coming through here, we're going to need to take this bridge onto this field to get our field work done. And then if we come up this way, there should be a dirt road going. Yeah, it's a little bit wide. And we'll come across this bridge and we'll go up and around. Yeah, so we'll go up and around. And then it'll take us out on this side. Beautiful. Just in case you want to get through there and you don't want to drive all the way around. So there's quite a bit of a drive to get back here to the main farm. Man, I want to get in here and start playing. We're nowhere near ready to play, but I want to get in here and start playing. I hear ya. Oh, look at them. They're cute. Alright, so I got a little bit of grass there to get rid of. This is why I like flying around the map, because I can see things that you don't see in the editor. Alright, let's get out. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to call it here. I am Old Man 102. Please smash that like and subscribe on your way out and have an awesome day.